In this video, I'm going to go over the basics of making a survey in Qualtrics through the Alliant Qualtrics account. First of all, make sure you're on the right page. Do not go to the main Qualtrics login. Try to use the Alliant Qualtrics, and it starts out alliant.qualtrics.com, and it'll take you here. Okay, so if you already have an account, you're going to go to this one, which I do. And if you don't have an account, you're going to have to be signed up. So click that link. But since I already have an account, I'm going to go ahead and click that page. And it has me memorized. So I'm going to click here. And we're going to go directly to the Qualtrics front page. So I'm going to make a new survey. You got to go way down here to the bottom. See that? Create a new project. You're going to click on that. And you got all these cool options coming up here. They have a lot of cool templates, so you want to look around. That's fine. And these are all pre-made, and there's more templates down here. But we're just going to start a survey from scratch. We're going to get started. And I'm going to name this that. And it is a survey of support services for dissertation students. And how do you want your... I'm just going to do a blank. Again, right there's all these templates you can get, but we're just going to do a blank, and I'm going to create the project. And it takes a second, but it's going to open up a new file. So it's all ready to go, right? This is where we're going to add our questions. These are blocks, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I strongly suggest that you start off each survey with the consent form, because if they don't consent, they can't take the survey. So real important, the very first important thing you need to know is a block. A block in Qualtrics is basically whatever is in one block you will see on a single page, whether they're taking this online or on their phone. So if I had 7 different questions in a block, when they hit that block, when they're taking a survey, they'll see all 7 questions at once. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put what we call the qualifying questions in separate blocks. So if they don't qualify, we're going to set it up where it kicks them out. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my consent form, and it's already pre-made. So I'm going to go ahead and cut and paste it. You're going to see that Qualtrics is very, very Microsoft Word friendly. It cut and pastes very nice here. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to go to the question box. Now there's 2 ways to do it. You can just cut and paste it directly in there, but what I like to do, I like to go into the rich content editor first. That brings up your editor. And then we're going to Control V. And there it is. But I want to make this prettier. I'm going to put that in the middle. I'm going to bold it. I'm going to make it big. Big, big, big. I'll make it big. Real big. Bigger. Bigger. Should be the first thing they see, right? Bam. And, oops, what's that C doing there? Get out of there, you. And you know what? I'm going to put a picture in there. I want a picture. And you go up to the little insert graphic there. You can also put movies in there, but we're just going to do a graphic. And what we're going to have to do is, if you haven't uploaded your graphic to Qualtrics yet, you're going to have to do that first. So let's do that. Upload. We're going to choose a file. I'm going to pick one just for, self-gratification there. Ta-da! Look at that. That's pretty. Okay, we're going to insert that bad boy. And it's overly whelming too big. I don't like it, so I'm going to replace it. I'm going to hit that delete. We'll just put the Alliant logo up there. It's a nice picture. And I already have the Alliant logo, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there and make it a little bit bigger, I guess. So there's how you make it bigger. So the width, what is it, 225 by 70? I'll make it 300 by, oh, it did it automatically. Good for me. Boom. So there you go, Alliant International University. There's the consent form. Now, that's enough for that. We just click out of it. And we should probably clean it up a little bit. Now, see, this is how it looks in the editor. It looks fine to me. But when we switch out of the editor, Sometimes it does funny things. Funny, haha. Okay, they're all good here, right? So these are all Arial, and this is Times New Roman. I could live with that. Okay. So now we're going to make our questions. So question one is, answers. Answer one is, yes, I have read and agree with this consent form. And it's got a spell check. Use it. Consent form. Okay, boom. Second one is, no, I do not agree with this consent form. Period. Now you notice you don't need that third one, so you click on it and you get rid of it, right? Remove choice. You're out. Bam. So that's the question, right? They'll either, their options are yes or no. So in a second, I'm going to put more in there, and I'm going to show you how to kick everybody out if they don't qualify for every one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to preview it. And this is what they see on the computer, and this is what they would see on their phone. Just make sure it's nice and easy to read, etc., etc. And those are their two options. Okay, good to go. So to get back to your survey and leave the preview page, simply just X out of the preview page, and we're back on the survey. Ta-da. Now, I'm going to name this question, right? I'm going to call this Qualifier 1. That's just me. You don't have to name it Qualifier 01, and it's the consent form. Just put consent. So that's that. Now, I'm going to make a new block, right? We're going to add a block. And I'm going to start with this question, right? We're gonna add a new question. So if you click on it, right, it gets highlighted. So we're going to add a new question, and we want a multiple choice. And this one's going to be another qualifier. And are you at least 18 years old? Question mark. And then their choices are, now Qualtrics is intuitive, right? It's pretty darn smart. So their answers are yes or no. Yes or no. Now it'll put them in there for you, so we just get rid of the ones we don't want, right? We don't want this maybe stuff. Remove it. Probably yes. Again, no, just yes or no, dude. Okay, so again, this is a qualifier, because if they're not 18, it's going to kick them out. So I'm gonna name this qualifier 02, and I'll just age it. So again, because it's in a new block, it'll show up as a single question. Now I'm going to add another block, because I'm going to add another qualifier. And this one is going to be, I'll name this one first, Qualifier 3. Are they working on a dissertation? Right? Put it in there so I can read it. Because if they're not working on a dissertation, then they should not be answering the dissertation questions. Doesn't that make sense? Okay. But we're going to add. And again, we can add a multiple choice, but here, okay, I'll show you the next one here. So multiple choice, right? Are you currently working on a dissertation? Plain and simple. We're going to do the same thing. Yes or no. Yes or no. Yes or no. So we get rid of the maybes. Get out of there, you. And probably yes, get rid of that. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3 qualifiers. There should probably be one more, because if they're not at Alliant, we don't care what they do, right? This is strictly for Alliant student. I'm going to add one more qualifier question. I'm going to add a block first, right? Because I want these qualifiers to show up one at a time, singly on a page. Okay, so this one, we're going to add a question, multiple choice, and, right, are you a current Alliance student? And yes, no, let's change that to no, because these are easier. Get rid of that one, get rid of that one. And I'm going to name this question qualifier. That is 04, and I'll just put Alliance student. Okay. Boom. Now we should always preview. You'll notice I'm not saving anything. Qualtrics saves it every 5 seconds or something, so that's an automatic thing, gosh. Auto save. So here's the first one, right? There's the consent form, and yes, I agree. Go to the next one. Am I 18? Barely. 18. Click yes. Working under station. I pretend to be yes. And oops, see that? I missed one. That's why we do these things. So yes. And then we click out of this. We go back and fix the one that I made a boo-boo on. So definitely not. Get out of there, you. See how handy that is? So we have the qualifier questions right off the bat, right? We got consent form, age, dissertation, and Alliance students. So you'll notice the order is a bit messed up. I did something here and I deleted it, but the order did not change. So there's a huge tool in here. Make sure you use it before you're finished, because you can reorder them, and you just let the automatic order does it, right? You just click the top one, and it puts them in cardinal order, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the qualifiers. So now people might try to skip these. So what we could do is we could click these questions, right? We click the little boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we can't click 4. Can we click 4? Yeah, we click 4. But and what we're going to try to do is we're going to force them, right? Add a requirement. They have to answer the question, so they can't skip it, okay? But you only do that for the qualifiers or the really, really important questions that you want them to answer, right? You can force them to question or force them to answer, and if they try to answer it, they get this nice little message that says, please answer this question. Okay, so that takes care of that part. Now we're going to go ahead and set it up. If they say no, it will kick them out. All right, I unclicked the boxes. I'm not sure if you needed to or not, but did it anyway. So if you want to see what kind of attributes any question has, you click on a single question, and again, when it's all highlighted, everything on the left-hand side, some pages it's the right-hand side, but your options over here, it'll tell you what's going on with this question, right? It's got a forced response. It's a multiple choice. Only allow one answer. All the information about this one question is right here. Okay, so now we're going to go up to, we're going to add a logic to it. So you go up to this one. I call this the paint roller, survey flow, whatever you want to call it. So here's our first question right here, right? Show block qualifier 1. We're going to add what I call a kick out to it. So what you got to do is add below, make a branch. You're going to add a condition to that question. You got to pick the question. Oh, I'm sorry, it is the question. And then you pick the first question, number 1. It's the consent form. And if they pick no, okay, we're going to add a reaction. So if they pick no, we're going to send them to the end of the survey, we're going to customize the survey ending by overwriting the default. We're going to go ahead and make a custom. And we're going to make sure it's on us, just library. And we're going to make a new one. And I always call it do not qualify. Now that's the name of it, okay? That's not the actual message. So the message will be this: sorry, but you are a loser. No, you do not qualify to take this survey. You put anything you want in there, make it really nice and flowery. And I always like to make it big and bold so people can read it quite easily. Sorry, but you do not qualify. Okay, have a nice day. Is that a comma or is that a period? I guess it was a comma. Okay, click save. Boom. Click OK. Boom. So that's what it's going to do, right? It should work. So we're going to go ahead and hit apply. And we're going to check on it. We're going to go back to the survey. We're going to preview it. So just for the first one. So if I click yes, it should take me to the next one. And it does. Okay, we're going to restart it. Now, if I pick no, I should get that message. Ta-da! So we're going to do that for the following three. I'm going to do them real fast, okay? So please hold. And here comes the next one. So we're going to do the age one. Age. We go to the survey flow, paint roller. And we make sure we pick the right one. Age. We're going to add below. We're going to do the branch. Don't forget the branch. People always forget the branch. Add a condition. Question number 2. Right, if they pick no, I'm not at least 18 years old, we're going to add a reaction, what I call end of survey, custom. Now, we can use the same one that we used before, right? We don't have to write it out, we just use it. Custom, and it should be right here, right? Do not qualify. Okay? That's what I named it. That's what we're going to use. Click OK. Let's just do them all since we're here. And then we're going to do this bad boy, right? Number 3, add below, add the branch, condition that, question number 3, and if they select the answer is no, we click them out of here. We send them to the end of survey, customized, override, customized. We're going to use this do not qualify. Okay. And you can have different rejection letters for each one if you want. I mean, knock yourself out there. So this one we're going to add below. We're going to do the branch. Add a condition. Select question number 4. And if they pick no, we can't use you. Thank you. Have a nice day. And send you out of here. Don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Okay. And then click OK. Very important, make sure you click apply. And when we go back to the survey, we're going to test each one. Okay. Preview. So we know the first one always is fixed, but we're going to check it anyway. Sometimes when you make changes, weird things happen in Qualtrics. So no, should kick me out. Good job. Okay, kicked out. Starting again. So yes on the first one, no on the second one. It should kick me out. Oh, good job. It kicked me out. Okay. So now we're going to do yes on the first one, yes on the second one. No, I'm not working on a dissertation. That should kick me out. Hey. Oh, restart the survey. Let's do the last one. So, yes, I'm over 18. Yes, I'm working on a dissertation. No, I do not go to Alliant. I go someplace else. And again, okay, we're good. See that? So your qualifiers are all set up. It kicks them out if they don't qualify. All right, moving on. So now I'm going to do some demographics. I'm going to make a new block. We got it right here. We're going to add it. And I'm going to name this one Demographics. And because I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible, and I know it's kind of long already, I'm just going to do a couple, right? We're going to do multiple choice. And I'm going to say, what is your gender? Question mark. And we can do male. See that? It did it for me already. Male, female, non-binary, third gender, whatever that means, and prefer not to say. Okay, they have that option. But now I want all the demographics to be in the same block. So in other words, they'd see them all at the same time. So this time I'm not going to make a new block. I'm just going to put in here, and I'm going to put multiple choice, and I'm going to say which school are you currently enrolled in? And I use my spell check. Saves my day all the time here. And so my would be, first one would be CSPP. Second one would be California School of Management and Leadership. And California School of Education. California School of Education. And I'm missing one. What am I missing? Dang it. Education, business. Oh, law. Yeah, law school. And let's see. Okay. Oh, there's only 3 here. Oh, no, I can't add another one. Yes, I can. See the choices here? Make sure you're clicked in the question, right? Make sure it's outlined. And you could add choices. I'm going to add another choice here, right? California School of Law. Dang it. Is that right? I apologize if I'm getting these wrong, you guys, but that's it. So that, let's add one more. And again, these are all demographics. So you could ask like how much money they make, you know, how much high school they've had, or how much school they've had. Let's do ethnicity. Okay, ethnicity is a good one. You know, what is your ethnicity? Okay, very important. Some people will try to pick more than one. You could set that over here, right? To add more than one answer. Make sure you're clicking in the box, in the box. And, right, they can allow multiple answers. But if that comes with a big warning, if you allow multiple answers on the same question, Qualtrics is going to dummy code it for you, which means that you're going to get a new variable for every level of ethnicity. In other words, you're going to get a new variable called white. And those people that marked white will be marked with a 1. Everybody else will be blank. The second one could be African American. Only those people that click the African American option, they would be marked with a 1. Everybody else would be blank. Hispanic, same thing. They'd be marked with a 1. So it's kind of a pain in the. It's my advice is avoid that if you can. Sometimes you have to let them make multiple choices. But with this one, we're just going to go ahead and pick them because I want to make this a short video. And it did it for you, right? And that's good enough for me. I'm just going to leave it at that. So these are your demographics. You could put as many as you want. And I always leave them in the same block because they always show up on the same thing. And it makes it faster for these guys. So now it's time to put in the actual survey questions. I'm going to make a new block. And so now this is the guts of what I'm trying to show you here. So I would probably do something like this. So you got a ton of questions from a survey. So how strongly would you agree with the following statement? So there's like 6 or 7 or 10 or 20 questions that are all basically set up the same, right? The answers are always strongly disagree, disagree, neither agree or disagree, agree or strongly agree. Or you could put 7 in there, or you could put 10 in there if you want. I'm going to show you how to do that. But they're all set up with this, right? They strongly disagree, strongly agree, etc., etc. So you can do these one at a time if you want. You could put them all in the same block. You could put them on separate pages, make different blocks for them. But we're going to do what I call our SPSS, what Qualtrics calls a matrix. So we're going to add a block. Oh, I think I just did, right? Add a block. So I'm just going to put the actual survey questions here. Survey questions. And we're going to click on that, and we're going to add a new question. But this time, it's going to be a matrix. Okay? We're going to put them all in the same time. It kind of looks like this. So first of all, we're going to start with our responses. And a big problem is a lot of people put strongly agree as number 1. Don't do that, right? But strongly disagree as number 1, disagree as number 2, neutral number 3, agree number 4, and strongly agree number 5. The reason that is to be put that way is because if you put these things in a bar graph, if you did it the other way, where I strongly agree is number 1, then those bar graphs, the strange thing is, the smaller the bar graph, the more stronger the answer is to that, and that's counterintuitive. So you want the taller bar to represent the stronger yeses or how much they agree with it, okay? So again, always make 1 strongly disagree, 5 strongly agree. But you'll notice there's only 3 here, but let's start writing them up here. This one is strongly disagree. And I would not be surprised if it automatically clicked in there for us. And it did. Look at that. Ta-da. So again, this will come out as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's already pre-done. Da-da-da. If you need to add some more here, you can simply go over here and add a couple. How would we do that? Okay, these are the statements. These are the statements here, and these are the scale points, right? So we could add, right, a couple more. See that? It's adding them. And so we got too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna take off a couple. I just want 5. And it should have fixed it. Sure did. So here's our statements. So statement number 1. I'm just gonna click and cut and copy and paste. Where's my first one here? Right? And I would put that one right there. Now, what I forgot to put in here is, how strongly. Let me just cut and paste it because I'm lazy. Right? How strongly would you agree with the following statements? All right, plain and simple. I like the bold in the important ones. And that's all I need. Thank you. All right, there's the first one. I'm just going to do a couple of them. So when you're making your survey, I strongly suggest you make it in Microsoft Word first, something like this. And then when you actually get to Qualtrics, you simply could do a lot of cut and pasting. There is a way to import it, but it's kind of complicated and it's over my head. But now I want to put a couple more in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put more statements in there, right? Bam, bam. I'll just do 2. One more. And we'll just pretend that's the last one. But now you guys are gonna have 20 or 30. So if you're working with like 3 or 4 different surveys, I strongly suggest that you make a new block for each survey. Okay, and if your responses are different, make a new block for the different responses. So whatever is the same, has the same responses, put them in the same block. Okay, so that's it, and that's about it for this video. Now, again, this is a very, very basic how to make a survey in Qualtrics. There's all kinds of cool things, like instead of having a strongly disagree, they have sliding scales you can stick in there. You can knock yourself out, do that if you want. And again, there's a lot of other cool features that I didn't go over. I'm going to try to go over the important ones again in little separate videos that are only about 3 or 4 minutes long, so you don't have to watch this whole thing. And here's the end of message survey. You can change that, all right? But I like the way it is. Thank you. We thank you for your time spent taking the survey. Responses have been recorded. Now, if you want to, you could add like a raffle for like $100 Amazon card. You would add another block, and it would simply be, if you want to be entered for the raffle for this thing, please leave your email address. In fact, let's do that. All right, I'll show you how to do that. We'll put one in here, and this one's going to be add a new question, and this is going to be a text entry. Okay. If you are interested in the raffle for the $100 Amazon gift card, please leave your email address below, because not everybody will be, right? So, and then they just type in their email address automatically, and that basically should do it. So I think that's about it. Let's just take a quick preview, and then I'll close down this video. How's that? Bam. Very important. Always check your qualifiers, because sometimes Qualtrics does funny things. It puts them out of order for some reason. I still haven't figured out why. But we're going to check them all. Okay, so I'm going to say no. Nope. Should kick me out. It kicked me out. Good. Now we're going to do it again. We're going to say yes to here. And then we're going to say no on the second one. Nope. It should kick me out. Good. Kick me out. Okay. Trying it again. We'll do yes on the first one. Yes on the second one. And then yes, no on the third one. I'm not working on a dissertation. I'm old. Okay. No, that one worked. Okay. And then the last one. Yes on the first 3. And then no, I'm not an Alliance student. Kick me out. Yay. Okay, so all the qualifiers work fine. So here we go. Let's look at the whole chimichanga here. And yes. Yes, I'm over 18. Yes, I'm working on a dissertation. Yes, I'm an Alliance student. Okay, here we go. So I'm a male, and I'll just pretend I'm a psych major, and I'm a white guy. And okay, next. So here's the matrix thing, right? So a lot of times they'll have the list of questions here, and going across the top, it'll have the strongly disagree, etc., etc. This is probably like this just to fit the screen here. But again, it'll all show up quite easy. All right, I need training. Not me, man. IRB support, yep, definitely. That IRB can be a killer. I need IRB support to help me with my dissertation. Oh, look at that. I got the same one up there twice. Ha, ha, ha. Strongly agree. Proposal writing, yes, I do not write very well. I need Qualtrics support. No, I'm pretty good with Qualtrics these days. And then keep going. Yes, I'm interested. Blah, 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 blah. And that should be it, right? We thank you for your time. So that's it. All right. I hope this helped. And again, I'm going to make little side videos to show you how to make qualifier questions again, and I didn't even show you the skip logic, so I'll show you that one and other videos. So I hope this helps. MGZ out.